Howdy, everyone. Welcome to Practical Principles. This is Practical Prince uh, doing Talk and Tarot. So go ahead and drop in your comments, your questions. Um, I'll just be playing with my decks and my cards until we have something to talk about. So that's the plan for today. And I do need to shuffle the cards. Well, I guess I need to shuffle Prisma and Destiny since I had to pull those out for pictures. So we'll go ahead and do that. I think I'm going to slide over just a bit. Might as well angle this a bit more. So yeah, hope you're all doing well. And yeah, we'll see how today goes. I had a bit of a rush on Wednesday. A bit of a crowd. Not everybody asked a question, so hopefully some of those people will be back today and we'll be able to make some time for them. We'll see. So we've got the Destiny deck, we've got our guide for it ready to go. The camera is online. Hopefully it'll be a good connection today. It's been fairly spotty lately. Still need to go over the sound. One person commented on it last time. When I was taking pictures, I heard snippets and it seemed okay, but I still need a review. Maybe I need to turn it up just a bit. Yeah, that's right. And now to shuffle Prisma. Yep. So that's where we're at. And yeah. And I guess I'm just gonna keep shuffling cards. Well, I've only got so many. Maybe we'll pull out the spread machine, look at some of the cards, see what's speaking today. Notice that the Instagram posts weren't automatically cross-posting, which is a little unfortunate, but no time like the present to start doing it. Shuffle a little more. Yeah, this is. They changed my interface a little bit. Not too much has changed. I guess I'm just curious how some stuff will scale. Because right now I happen to have, four sources connected. The ambient music, this camera and audio, the tab I want to share for the digital guide, and then the camera, which is just on standby, so to speak. And that's filling the screen, well, the area for sources. Um, I wonder if it'll just start to scroll after that. Because what that does is the middle area where I'm previewing what I'm doing live, I guess, um, won't scroll with everything else, whether I need to go through sources or through chat. Um, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. Seems to be fine for now. And yeah, pretty quiet crowd today, given that there's no one. So, slide that over. There we go. Okay. I think we can set this aside. Yeah. I kind of feel like looking at Quest today. So I think we'll take a look at some of those cards. I happen to watch an anime I've been following, and it's got a fantasy element, so, or I guess a fantasy theme, a genre, whatever you'd like to call that. So the Quest stuff feels a tad more appropriate. But ultimate move. Well, sorry, that's one I pulled out. Extra life. Speed buff. I guess North Star is a power up. Okay. Celestial Blessing. I'll set Talisman aside. Oh, hey, Luna. How's it going? Just going through some cards here. Feel free to ask a question if you want, just chat, or just listen to monologue if you want. Don't know that it's all that fun, but to each their own. So, setting aside upgrades. Just going through the Quest expansion. So, what's my connection with JJ? Feels like a Destiny deck question. How far did I get? Well, I'll just set those ones aside. Put these ones back. Let me pull out the Destiny deck. What's my connection? I don't really do horoscopes. I know that's a thing. I just do cards. So that's what I'll be looking at. And I'm just trying to figure out this one, how I'm going to answer that. What kind of spread? What's my connection? That's interesting. I guess the phrasing is just interesting. So, I feel like I'm going to be putting out placeholders for two of you. Because we're trying to look at the in-between. And then how much goes in between that, I'm not sure about. Let's see. Which card is there? Okay. I think we found a relationship card. What's my connection? And I feel like that's it. Yeah, so I think we've got 3 on the board, but I think we're only flipping the one in the middle. So let's go ahead and show that, because we've got time. Dum, dum. So the 2 of you on the sides, and the relationship in the middle. And for this, we got Knight of Wands. And the keywords here are restless and fearless. So, there you go. Now I'm going to flip over to the digital guide. That's Knight of Wands. Let's look that up. And dig into this. Shows up when there is a bold, empowering movement in your life. The Knight encourages you to move forward with passion. An important message is about to be delivered. You are embarking on a spiritual quest, awakening to a deep truth. If you are waiting for certain messages to come through, now is the time. This card shows up as an auspicious moment for moving into a new home, finding new work or progress on a project. The Knight inspires those around him. There is fast movement in one area of your life, so be prepared. So, auspicious with regards to a relationship. And given the heart, I assume it's romantic in nature. So, I don't know how that'll play out, but sounds very positive. Hope that answered your question. Yeah. Let me know if there's more we need to follow up on. I'm going to set these aside now, since we're done. And shuffle. No problem. I hope it goes well. It's nice when things do, after all. And it's okay if you want to bounce, by all means. It's a fun Friday, so gotta get the most of it. Might need to shuffle again. We'll see. Okay, yeah, that's still connected. Excellent. Thought we lost the camera for a minute. Okay. Alright, let's set you aside. And let's look at these cards again. So we already have what? Ultimate Move. That was a character card. Extra Life, Speed Buff, and Celestial Blessing. Those were power-ups. We got Talisman and Upgrades, for equipment. Um, we're looking at status cards now. Cursed seems appropriate. Weakened. Okay. And now we're into Embark. XP needed. Experience needed. And that might be it. We'll see if anything else speaks. Let's see. I mean, grind seems appropriate, but let's see. No, I think we're feeling good about the ones we've already pulled. So we'll set those aside. And let's take a look at these. Okay. And how do we want to spread these out? Celestial Blessing feels like it should come from above. Extra Life, Recovery, Speed Buff, Speed Along. Carrier Talisman. I guess upgrades will be a little more central. And then we've got Cursed, Drying Away, Weakened, sorry about that. Let's see. XP needed. Seems to overlap a bit. And then ultimate move. Okay. So we've thrown together a fun little spread. I'll go ahead and show that. Let's see. Can we see it all? Oh, I guess we don't need to share that anymore. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, so many cards. Okay. Celestial Blessing, upgrades, Extra Life, Talisman, Speed Buff, XP needed, Cursed Weakened, and Ultimate Move. Now we'll just go ahead and flip for fun. After setting this down, because my arms are only so strong. I think I'm leaning towards Lost Forest. It's either that or Destiny deck. But yeah, in the context of Quest, I feel like Lost Forest feels more. What would you say? Thematic, I guess. So something like that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and shuffle a bit. Okay. Probably no. I'll probably have to pick them out anyways. Let's see. Top card goes to XP Weekend. Okay. Next card seems to be cursed, as in place in the spread and what that represents. Next card, Extra Life. Yeah, we're just going to keep going. Talisman. Okay. Speed buff. Now we need to go looking. Okay. That seems to be weakened. And what else do we have? Celestial Blessing. Upgrades came from the bottom. Hopefully that's the right direction. Let's see. Ultimate move. Okay. I think we found all the ones we're going to be using today. Now to have fun flipping. What's this one? Extra Life? Let's go with XP needed. Page of Skies. Oh, hey, Naya. How's it going? Feel free to ask a question if you'd like, or just chat if you want. Otherwise, I'm just flipping cards. But I'm just doing this one for fun, so. I guess I'll keep reading. friends think about you? Yeah, I think we want to use the Prisma deck. Let me set this one aside. Excellent. Lay that on top. We'll come back later. What did I think about you? Prisma Visions. Okay. I think we're going to make a circle with this one. As well. I just don't know how many are in the circle. Let's see. What have we got? Okay, we've got top. Another card. Let's see. Feels like it's right under my thumb, and then it keeps going. Deeper. There's something bigger. Let's see. Right. Okay. No, it seems a bit heavier. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. So we ended up with 3 cards. I'll go ahead and... Oh, sorry. Mumbling to myself as I'm trying to sense which cards are part of this spread. So yeah. So we pulled 3. One. Oh, let me hold so that it can catch up a bit. So yeah, first one up top, second one left. The right one, the third one, seems a bit heavier. So I feel like that has a bit more weight, but we'll get into that as we get there. I'll probably just flip them in that order. And I guess I can hold it up for this and then we'll go through. Um, so the first one is 3 of Pentacles. Second, Page of Swords. And then 9 of Swords is the heavier one. Okay. Now I'm going to set that down. And if you want, we can look at the artwork better, or I can straighten them or something. But let's start with that Pentacles. Achievement, hard work, shared goal. After the early stages of a project, there is a surge of pleasure in realizing you've achieved some tangible level of competency. Take pride in your work. Be meticulous and patient, giving credit to the noble endeavor you've chosen to undertake. Likewise, as each brick supports its brother, this is a good time to interlock your plan with other visions. Let other people's input influence your own. This is a great time to build stability and trust. I think it seems like there's an acknowledgement of the relationship, and a positive sense to that. And it does seem to be ongoing. Not sure that there's much more from that card, because this is what they think of you. So let's go, what was that? Page of Swords. Not core. Not knight. Page. Sharp mind, new strategy, clear direction. The eager youth of the page, combined with the penetrating intelligence of her suit, makes her a formidable defender against false realities. Be vigilant, wary, and free from emotional pall so that you may discern the best course of action. You have within you the power and means to chop through duplicity. Frankness, honesty, and justice will serve you well. It sounds like you cut to the chase, so to speak. Don't put up with a whole lot of nonsense, from what I can tell, which by no means is bad. I guess if they're BSing in some sense, then they've been awakened, I guess, to a life that's better without it, in the sense that you'll just chop that out. And now let's get on to the 9 of Swords. Fear, vulnerability, paralysis. A cruel card, the 9 of Swords depicts fear so great it leaves the martyr numb to the onslaught of forthcoming pain. Fear cripples any riposte, leaving him vulnerable to a swift destruction. But take heed from his paralysis. Though the situation is grave, it is his passivity that ensures his ruin. If you find yourself overwhelmed by hopelessness and despair, don't respond like this hapless figure. Face your fears with valor and dignity, trusting that your enemy will be overcome. So I guess there's sort of a sense that it's stagnating, I guess. So whether that's you or the relationship to your boyfriend that they think that of, I'm leaning, well, I suppose it could be going either way, because it's just what they think of you. So, yeah. No problem. I guess they might think that 9 of Swords is the only one I'm worried about, but obviously it's their perception of you. So given the Page of Swords, I'm not as worried, because being able to wield that, you have some initiative going on. So I don't feel like the 9 of Swords is all that terrible. And that's just their perception. So I hope it's accurate and good. So you're welcome. I'll just go ahead and because some of them were sideways, so we'll just do the zoom in if it'll catch up. It's there, right? It's just a poor connection. Okay, so there we go. So the Three of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, cutting through, and then the, oh, you can do it, hand twist. Nine of Swords, which probably isn't as big of a deal as it depicts. So there we go. Okay. Clean that up. Well, and it's a good sign if it's ringing true, so that's pretty positive. And shuffle. Okay. Shuffle and set. Okay. We'll go ahead and lift this back up. And we'll continue on flipping the cards from earlier. Page of Skies, and that was on XP needed, right? Yeah. Okay. And this is just returning to the cards I was playing with earlier. Page. New ideas, desire for knowledge, curiosity. Required skills to build in order to advance. So, prerequisites, necessary upgrades. Okay. And let's go ahead and explore these negatives. Weakened is Knight of Oceans, and Cursed is Seven of Skies. Right, but that one deals with, deception, betrayal. Excuse me. So, I guess that's a deep limiting belief, which makes sense. I mean, I have a strong streak of self-reliance. That might be hindering more than helping. So, what was Knight of Oceans weakened? What's draining your energy? Romance, charm, imagination, beauty. Yeah. That makes sense. I'm getting married, so it does. It does mess with things a bit when you're simple and orderly like me. So, extra life, how can you recover? The Emperor. I say this as authority, structure, a patriarch. So, order, really, rules in a sense. Although, yeah, it's similar to the Hierophant, but the notes there are tradition, conformity, religion, and spirituality. So, the Emperor has a more ruling aspect to it, whereas the Hierophant It's more like uh, following the Blaze Trail, so to speak. That the path has been carved by others, and so there's perks to following it. We'll go on to upgrades. Oh, sorry. What was the Emperor again? Extra life. Okay. 2 of Skies. And this was for upgrades. Yep. Okay. And that's decisions, right? Yeah. An impasse, difficult decisions. Which is interesting. Let me read the upgrades card. What needs to be upgraded, polished, and or renewed? How can you do so? What resources can you tap into? So, an impasse, difficult decisions. I guess we'll find out. That might be one I think I'm planning to walk into that one at some point in the near future. So, the talisman is judgment. There's just a judgment. Absolution, rebirth, crossroads. Talisman. So there's a lot of renewal going on there for increasing synchronicity. We got the Fool for speed buff. How can you increase productivity? Yeah, stumbling a lot and then figuring it out. Yeah, as you go. Kind of expected that. So, Celestial Blessing. 3 of Earth. Teamwork, collaboration. And that was, what was that again? What is the gift that has been bestowed into your care? How have you been blessed with luck, protection, and magic? What restores your gratitude, your faith, and your hope? Okay. And then ultimate move, we have Ace of Skies, which is a cherry tree standing on its own. I'll show it afterwards. Let's see. Breakthroughs, mental clarity, new ideas. Okay. Which is nice. And I do have that, so good to know. And we'll go ahead and share. There it is. New UI. Okay. Can we catch it all? Gotta catch them all. The building. Is that catching up? Nope, it's slowing down, which is tragic. Should look into figuring that out because it's been more prevalent lately, so that's no fun. So, 7 of Skies, Knight of Oceans, Page of Skies, the Emperor, a major card, the Fool, and Judgment on these buffs. 2 of Skies for the equipment, the upgrades. We got that 3 of Earth up there, and then the Ace of Skies. So, yep. We'll go ahead and set that down. And clean up cards. Got it. I do love this deck. So pretty. Okay. Alright, just a few more. And we can do it. Yes. There we go. Yeah, we'll need to shuffle, but let's go ahead and clean up these cards as well. These spread cards. And I'll post them later if people are interested. But yeah, so that'll be available at some point. And if you've got questions, comments, go ahead and drop them in. If we want a reading, we can do a reading. Stay straight. Okay. Let's see. Putting these away. I think we've got numbers. Yeah, there. Oh, peaceful one. Because let's see. Our status. Hey, Shivani. How's it going? Okay. Go ahead and ask a question if you're interested. Or we can just talk. All acceptable. I'm just gonna clean these up. Thank you. Yes, I am doing well. Haven't been getting as much sleep as I probably should, but definitely enough to function. So, equipment. What does BJ feel for me? Sorry, figuring it out. Which deck and what kind of spread. I feel like I would normally use the Destiny deck. I feel like this is a Cosmo deck. So I'll probably be using that. And then what is the spread to answer that? Because it's a little open-ended. Let's see. Upside down. There we go. Do we just want to pull cards until we're done? I could do a... Okay. Let's see. I would usually do you and him, and then stuff around the relationship. I think we might be getting a mix of things, whether it's influences affecting him or his intentions. So, versus how he feels. So I think I'm just going to pull some cards. Yep. And then we'll connect the dots. Because you know him, so you'll be able to help figure out what it lines up to. Which card? Sorry, I don't mean to ignore you. I'm just trying to figure out since which cards are going to be used for this. Maybe. We'll see. That one. Whoops. Set those down. No, that one's not included. Do we have more? Feels like we've got something hiding near the bottom. No problem. I mean, I do this hoping that I can do this, so it's fun for both. Yeah, I think the bottom card is involved. So we have... Nope, there's another one somewhere. Okay. Let's see. Not quite. Okay. That shouldn't be making sound. Sorry about that. I feel like we have it's not quite a duo. Feels like we have a tempered pair. Yeah, okay, so that's all of... Oh, that might be the phone. Because that's how I show stuff. Okay. So we have our 3 single cards, but then there's this tempered duo. Sounds like that's probably to help you figure out what it's lining up to. Okay. And I'll go ahead and do. Oh. Okay. Oh, it refreshed. No wonder it's not showing. It's looking the wrong way. There we go. Okay. And zoom out enough. No, we want to show those, not me. Okay. So we've got 3 cards, all of which have some relevance. And then we have this tempered set, where this is the thought, but then tempered with this understanding, this context, so to speak. I'll go ahead and flip them, and we can look at them later as well. Yeah, just flip them all. So Ace of Birds, the Cosmic Tree, Ace of Lotuses, and then here we've got the Wanderer, tempered by Death. So I guess just to clarify real quick, this deck doesn't use the traditional names for the tarot cards. So here, even though this is Death, this is 0, this would normally be the Fool. Um, the Wanderer, this is one of like Page, Knight, Queen, King. Those face cards were given names in this deck. Birds is usually swords, if I remember right. And I want to say lotuses is chalices. I don't remember what the cosmic tree is, but it would be whatever number 9 usually is in the tarot deck. But of course, I'll go through my little book, or I guess it's a big book, and then read that, and we'll figure this out. Not Prisma, Cosma. Okay. Let's go ahead and start with the cosmic tree. That major arcana. There we go. So this would normally be the Hermit. And the keywords here are reaffirming, inner truth, understanding. What does he feel? Okay. If the cosmic tree comes up in a reading, it is offering guidance through the collective unconscious. Take this as a positive affirmation that the path you are on is the right one, and that in contemplation comes understanding and growth. Trust that the truth you seek is buried within the fibers of your own being. Understand that knowing your inner truth may require isolation. Spend time with yourself in the quiet. There is a seed that needs nurturing. And this is speaking of what VJ feels for you. The sense I'm getting is that he might be, he might feel a little lost, might feel like he's stumbling. It could be new territory for him or something like that. So I guess that, and there's an element of trepidation, a little fear that comes with that sort of blind pressing forward. It's not bad, it's not negative, but it's understandable if he has hesitation or uncertainty or just novice to certain things. So this is new for him. Let's go to Ace of Birds. Pretty sure that's back here. Yeah. To Ace. So the keywords here are breakthrough, clarity, sharp mind. You have climbed to the peak of Wise Mountain, and as you gaze into the valley below, an instantaneous lucidity washes over you. This is a powerful card to pull in a reading. It is the Ace of the Mind and symbolizes a great breakthrough and honing mental clarity. If it hasn't happened yet, this breakthrough is soon to come. Wise Mountain asks only for patience and trust, and the truth will guide you. And that makes sense. Given the cosmic tree and the sense of wandering we got, this is probably something on the horizon where he's going to, well, be able to figure out what this means and how he feels about it. So that sense of loss will come to a closure relatively soon, is the impression I'm getting. And let's go to the Ace of Lotuses. Oh, we had 2 aces. New feelings, emotional surplus, intuition, which already sounds a lot like the cosmic tree. The wellspring offers an infinite source of emotion as it cleanses everything around it, allowing space for new feelings to grow. Drink from the flowing gold. It will nourish your spirit. When this card comes up in a reading, it is a sign that you are about to embark on a new emotional journey. Embrace this. Do not find fear in new emotions, but rather adventure. It is sure to provide a sense of rejuvenation. So, I mean, almost taking off of the clarity that the Ace of Birds is bringing, the Ace of Lotuses has some forward energy about it. It's an encouraging card. So, sounds like soon he'll be able to make sense, or at least sufficient sense, in it to be able to proceed forward um, um, more than the stumbling that we've previously seen. Let's look at the Wanderer. So this is the Tempered card. Let's see. Where are you? One more? No? Let's go back. Are you here? No? Is it the very first of these? Yes, there we go. So this would normally be the Page of Wands. And the keywords here are free spirit, new ideas, inspiration. When you see the Wanderer in a reading, it is symbolic of a new frontier of the soul revealing itself. A spark of a new passion has taken off, and it only takes your excitement and freedom to fuel the flame. Nurture this spark and carry it with you as you tread into the future. One can never have too many hobbies and passions in life. And this is tempered by death, which would normally be the Fool. That deals with new beginnings. It suggests some humility. But let me go ahead and read that. Great beginnings, second chances, restoration. Those are the keywords. If death comes up in a reading, do not be alarmed. Take the hand that guides you as if it belonged to an old friend and grab tightly. For death in this oracle is a sign of life. It can represent a grand beginning, a second chance at living, or mastering 2 lives in 1 lifetime. Beginnings can also be restorative, and it is more often than not that we forget to realize the beauty in the infancy of things. So, I don't know, I guess the second chances is speaking more to me, given that the Wanderer already had that fiery start going on. So, it might be something of a renewal. So I guess more along the restoration sort of line. So those are the cards. I'll go ahead and show you again, just in case you want to look. And that's the interpretation I'm getting from them. Share. There we go. So yeah, the cosmic tree, the bird mountain that it was referring to, Ace of Lotuses, the Wanderer, and then I guess underneath it, death, reaching forward. No problem. Sounds like that is resonating very well, which is always a good sign. Okay. Manul, yes, by all means. I'm going to clean this up, but go ahead and ask your question. Okay. Oh, yep. Come back. Oh, there's 2. It loves the table, apparently. Excellent. You too, Shivani. There we go. Okay. Sounds like this might be a more complicated question. Or were you just asking for a general reading, I guess? I do prefer specifics because I feel like intention is more powerful, but Um, if general is what you're after, that's fine. Just let me know. And I'll do my best from there. Yeah, that's me. Okay. I'll stick this back. And I need to shuffle the Lost Forest too. Okay. The I don't really use the horoscopes, although I know some people do. Largely, I'm using intuition and then interpreting through tarot. So, if there is going to be a serious relationship with me and R, yeah, I think we're going to use the Destiny deck for this one. It's got a, oh gosh, let me get show you the guide. It has a yes/no spread that came with it, and I feel like that'll be appropriate for your question. So I'll set that up, but basically we'll pull 3 cards, and then in combination we'll figure out yes, no, and we might be able to pick out some nuance based off of the cards, or oops, yeah. So let me set that up. Maybe like this minute, since it came with it. Yeah. And the deck. Okay. Feels like we're ready to go. Okay. 1, 2, and the third card is somewhere else. Let me find that just a sec. There's some space. Close. Is that the one? Just having a hard time sussing out this last card. First 2 were easy. They're just the ones on top. Where is this one hiding? feel like there's more to it, but for now we're going to deal with the yes no. Yeah, there might be a follow-up of some sort. Okay, let me go ahead and share the cards. Dum-ba-dum. Okay, so first card, Four of Wands, and I'll have to double check the guide, I'm not as familiar with it. 10 of Wands and King of Swords. So let's see. Four of Wands seems to be a yes card. 10 of Wands is an exception. It's saying the answer isn't known. And then King of Swords says it's a yes card. But and that 10 of Wands is throwing out its exception. Yeah. Wish I knew that before struggling to find that third card. So I guess, yeah, the answer is not known. What does it mean? Well, it's basically the future is uncertain. Where all that uncertainty is coming from, I'm not sure. It could be yourself, given that you're the one asking. It could be that you could push it either way and that it's really up to you. It could be a similar thing for them, for R. But yeah, it just doesn't know. So I guess I don't know what the follow-up question would be. But I guess is there something, because like this doesn't explain itself very well. So I don't know if I don't really have a way of following up on why that is the way. Well, would I be able to follow up on why that is the way it is? No, not really. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I don't know. So I guess if there's a different angle, some way, or something else you're interested in, like we can do other spreads for other questions, but yeah, on that front, it's just shrug, basically, is what we're getting out of that. I'll go ahead and shuffle these in. If you can think of something or want to approach it at a different way, or just ask something else entirely, by all means, go ahead. We're shuffling you anyways. Because, yeah. I guess it's not very informative. I guess it doesn't really give you a strong direction to go with there. So if you want to tackle something else, we can do that. I think we'll call that good for today. Thanks for dropping in. Some interesting reads today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Uh, we're streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday, same time, and maybe we'll see you then.